been thinking about this situation all flipping morning.
I'm a warrior of the wild. See the fire in my eyes. The ember leaves you terrified. And I'm guided by the light. Every time you knock me down, I will turn it back around. Forged by the revolution's fire.
Hey, welcome back. Mossy Oak Turkey Season 2024, Week 3. Feel like you've been here for 2 weeks of this already? It's special. Hey, never forget, turkey hunting is a cult. Will Primo said that. So if you've already had 2 or 3 weeks of this, you're special. We know you get it. You're a turkey thug. All that's great. We got some great turkey thugs sending in content every week to get you to your opening day, whenever your opening day is. So with that said, let's jump right in. Turkey season 2024, Mossy Oak, let's roll.
I've been hunting as long as I can remember, fishing. My dad was the first one to expose me to the outdoors. The outdoors, to me, isn't about the kill. It's about the camaraderie, the healing, physically, emotionally. First is God and His miraculous hand of healing upon my life, but also the love of the outdoors that He instilled in me was so pivotal in my recovery. After my surgery, the doctor said everything went as expected, but you're not going to walk again. I said, we'll see. If it's God's will for me to walk, I will. If it's His will for me to serve Him from a chair, that's what I'll do. Dustin, Specialist, United States Army Infantry. So from a young age, I had a passion in me, knew that I wanted to serve. My father was a retired major in the Army. He served 27 years. And really that's where that bug, I would say, initiated. I remember as I got older into the high school, my dad, he told me, whatever you do, don't join the Army. You need to join the Air Force. They take care of their people. It's just, that's the route you need to take. So I chose Army Infantry. I listened like most 16, 17-year-old boys. I was pretty good at listening. And as soon as I graduated high school, I shipped off to basic training. I graduated basic training in 2009, and in the fall of 2010 is when we were deployed to northeast Afghanistan. We were right on the Pakistan border. We were there from the fall until April, and on April 11th is when my vehicle was struck by a roadside bomb. That morning, we rolled out on mission super early. We had intel on a high-value target that they were going to be in a specific area at a specific time. I remember rolling through this town. Our convoy stopped for a bit, then we got it moving again. And as we rounded a corner on a mountain pass, everything just went black for me. They had 400 pounds of homemade explosives tucked up underneath a culvert with a piano wire run to it. And as soon as our vehicle went over top of it, they detonated that bomb. It instantly took the life of Brent Maher, an amazing soldier, amazing man, a father, a husband, and it injured myself and Nick Jedlicka and Justin Christensen. They medevaced us out from the scene of the accident to Salerno, an Air Force base with the hospital there in Afghanistan. Initially, my leg was severely injured. It split open from my hip to my ankle on the outside, and then my knee to my ankle on the inside, shattered my left femur. My right leg, mid-shin, all the way down to my toes was broken. My talus was in about 17 pieces. I fractured my T5 through T11 in my back. My L2 was a burst fracture, and then I fractured my L1 and L3 as well. My right hand was broken. I had skull fractures, jaw fractures, traumatic brain injury. I broke some ribs, lacerated spleen, kidney. Ammo cam hit me in the chin and split my lip open, busted some teeth up. When my femur shattered, it has little yellow fatty tissue on it, like what's on a chicken bone. And that got in my bloodstream and into my lungs. And I also got a blood clot in my left lung. And at one point, there was a gentleman there who I used to serve with, who happened to be stationed at Salerno, and they were allowing him to see myself and the others who had been wounded. And he said he's yelling mad, freaking out. He's like, "Why aren't you guys doing anything?" And the doctor told him, "It'll be a miracle if this kid lives, and I guarantee he ain't never gonna walk again." So they get to the hospital and they allow my family to come in and see me. And Mom stated that she didn't even recognize me. But Mom said I still had blood coming out of my ears and I looked pretty rough, obviously. Hygiene wasn't the top of their priorities at that time. They had me on a monitor that was opening and closing my lungs for me because of all that damage I'd taken to my lungs. I went into acute respiratory distress syndrome as well. And the doctors explained that that monitor was starting to tear my lungs apart due to the state of my lungs. They informed my family there was one more option. It's called ECMO therapy. It's kind of like kidney dialysis except for the lungs. And it'll take the blood out of your system, reoxygenate it, and then put it back into your system. So I was on this ECMO therapy for about 2 weeks. And that German doctor sits my mom down and says, "It's time to make a decision. We can't keep him on this forever. We're just at this point delaying the inevitable," is what he said. So Mom went back to the room that night. She prayed, prepared to make a decision the next day. And she gave all the glory to God. She said, "Lord, no matter what happens in this situation, I'm going to use it to glorify you." She said she didn't want to wait until after I'd passed to make that decision. The next morning, my family comes back in like they normally did, and the doctor's got a blank look on his face. He said, "I don't know what happened, but he's made a full recovery. He's breathing on his own overnight." That was Easter Sunday, which is even wilder. I'm not at all comparing myself to Jesus, but it's a gentle reminder to me constantly of the grace of our Lord, the healing. It's the same God today as it was for Moses, as it was for David. It's all, the glory's His. After my back surgery, the doctor comes in and sits me down. He said, "Everything went as expected, but you're not gonna walk again." I said, "We'll see." He said, "No, son, you gotta be realistic." I said, "We'll see. If it's God's will for me to walk, I will. If it's His will for me to serve Him from a chair, that's what I'll do." So at that time, I had no sensation to touch, pinprick, in most of my legs, either one. The physical therapy was really just stretching. I had a physical therapist that would move my legs. They would stretch out my legs and my back. And around the first part of July, I got to where I could wiggle my toes and move them. And the physical therapist was like, "Let's try to stand up." So a couple weeks go by and I'm able to stand longer and longer periods. And the physical therapist was like, "Let's try to take a step." And I still remember the first step I took. It looked like, to me, it was like a baby foal. You just picked my foot up and it flopped. But that was a big deal. First step, you talk about walking by faith. I knew from the beginning that God had given me such a peace that surpasses human understanding. There was days that I'd get scared and start to picture a future of what I would miss out on, from playing with my niece and nephews to maybe not being able to have kids. And my mom would gently remind me to never allow my fear to override my faith and what God had already done and was continuing to do in me and through me. So I got to where I could take 2 steps, and then it went to 4 steps. 4 went to 8, and it just rapidly seemed like day over day my steps kept doubling until I was walking a couple hundred steps. If you remember, I was supposed to be there for a year when I got there in June. At the end of August that same year, I was the first person to walk out of that unit. No cane, no crutches, nothing. I walked out. I was sent home with a wheelchair. When I got home, I put that wheelchair in a closet and I haven't since used it. The first year was pretty rough. There was definitely some challenges, but I was bow hunting that first year in October. Sitting on the ground, good buddy Ethan Hess had dropped me off, helped me. Just friends in the outdoors, willing to go above and beyond. It'd have been a lot easier for him to hunt on his own, but he took the time and had the patience to just ensure that I was still able to do what I love to do. And there's been so many people in my life in the outdoor industry that have done the same, and it's truly humbling. So I mentioned it, but obviously Christ, God are the only reasons that I'm healed. But the love of the outdoors that God instilled in me has made such an impact on my recovery, both physical, spiritual, emotional, just to be in a peaceful, quiet environment, which is so hard to find in today's world where everything moves so fast and so busy and so stressful, that to be able to come out into the outdoors, into God's creation, to unplug, to connect directly with God, spend time in prayer and taking in His creation, it was really incredible.
Turkeys, 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 there they come. Coming to the decoys, coming to the decoys. Good job, man.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Man, heck yeah. What a bird. Congrats.
Thanks, sir.
Old Texas Rio.
What a pretty bird.
They're pretty, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Check that out, man. Beautiful fan. What a hunt.
What a hunt.
This is Dustin Morrison. He is a medically retired United States Army infantryman. He's a hero. He has been through the gauntlet, defending our freedom, fighting for all of us here in the United States of America so we can do things like this, to go hunting and just be free, man. Just thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
And this is Dustin's first Texas Rio.
So to see that beautiful, colored out Texas Rio coming right through that picture perfect scene was humbling. It was truly amazing. And more so than the kill, the people that I was able to spend time in camp with, the friendships of a lifetime that I've now built, is something I'll keep with me for a long, long time.
Mossy Oak Veterans of Field Foundation, our friend Dave Hentosh with VAF. We're here with Mr. Mike Weeks Jr., the Cuatro Semanas Ranch, other landowners and folks around that are helping, volunteers. We couldn't do it without a multitude, a network of people. It's just a small way for us to say thank you for your service. And then this old guy right here is just icing on the cake. Thank the good Lord that we were able to get him harvested.
Amen.
But even if not, it's about the fellowship, it's about the time spent together, and it's about just enjoying that the Lord let us wake up this morning and just go out here and do it.
Well, I've seen over and over again the healing that comes through these events. And it is because of people like Dave and the Veterans of Field Foundation who do it not for what they'll gain, but to give back, to serve, to truly love these guys and help them move past what they've been through. Whenever something bad happens to you, you got two options. You can either use it as an excuse for everything you do or don't do for the rest of your life, or you use it as fuel to help the next person. And Dave really helps make sure he turns that into fuel and these guys overcome and live above their circumstances.
To Specialist Dustin Morrison, thank you for your service. Everyone at Mossy Oak is honored to know you.
Day number 4 in Alabama. Got some fresh faces. We'll do proper introductions after daylight. But for right now, we're trying to get down this road to put our ears on some good dirt. So, a little crispness in the air. Got some sleeves on this morning. Feels good.
Gobbler tracks. Yeah. Chest heads. Yeah.
Right there.
Let's go. Rattlesnake. Yeah. Put that one in the memory bank.
Yeah. They've been living on this road, looks like.
Turkey's not there.
No, that's the one that's living on that road. We've been following him for the last half mile. So we've been following that turkey for the last half mile.
I'll make him come around the corner or something.
Yeah.
We can't go much further than this. I mean, that turkey's on it.
Yeah.
Unless you want that triangle. The problem with these pines right here, it's so thick, you gotta call them in the road.
Yeah.
There's a hardwood tree.
Is that the same turkey we heard when we stopped?
No,
I thought that turkey was right.
I think it was behind me.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I would rather go hunt that turkey because it's in a prettier spot. And I think it's you can actually yelp at him in the woods. But I wonder if that drain's clean. We could get in there and call him up to the drain. Right on that freaking road. Right where it bends.
He's got it. He's pretty. He's pretty.
They've called him pretty. We'll hunt this turkey.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Y'all get.
Sounds like a
You
train.
can see down the road a little bit, and I get off to make him come around the corner. I would say if you're sitting back in here, making him try to come up all the way here to see down this road.
Yeah.
I would say sit right in here, and then us get on the corner.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep.
We'll just let you handle all the call duties for now. That's kind of odd.
Don't screw this up.
Don't screw it up. One chance, rookie.
Ooh. I like him. I like him already. Way to the left.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth. When he comes into sight, how far is he gonna be down there?
Like 40 yards.
Yeah, that's about right, huh? Get him, David.
Get my thermosol out.
He must have some hens flying down around him.
That turkey in the distance is struck.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Sounds like a couple of them over in the distance.
got something making him turn over, ain't he?
My stomach's all kind of tore up.
Mine do. So like songs of the humpback whale in here. Oh man, he's right here. I'm drumming. Tell me when I'll stop him. There we go. Was the gun on safety?
The trigger was messed up.
Oh, was it? I saw him keep pulling that trigger. Sweet. Oh man, that was ABC, my friend.
You believe it? The trigger was messed up. I flinched so big. I pulled the trigger and nothing happened.
I was like, what's going on? I said, did he load his gun? I was like, man, I was fixing to think, man, we were in a pickle if he didn't load that gun because we ain't got no wiggle room. I saw you keep going, you said, crap.
I was like, there's no way this is about to happen.
How perfect is that? How ABC was that?
Even I couldn't mess that up. Man, incredible.
Unreal. Yes, sir.
We've hunted together for all of 15 minutes. it was the conductor hat.
You think it was?
Yeah. I switched hats at the last second from my Texas
You're
turkey
shaking a
dog
little
contest.
bit, man.
I was shaking a lot there on that tree. I was probably shaking everything around me too. My stomach was growling so loud I thought that turkey was going to get spooked.
Well, you've seen one die now. I said, well, you've seen one die now.
Seen one die now.
He said this morning. He said, I hadn't even seen a turkey die this year. I said, we're going to try to fix that.
All by himself.
All perfect ones.
Lonely
Just
looking fellow.
perfect.
Is he a light turkey?
Probably a 17-pound turkey.
I tell you what, buddy, he sounded good. Son, he sounded good,
He
son.
got him where he's on the limb. You go, he's pretty.
That's a pretty one.
Hunt him.
Did you hear that other one over there just
Yeah.
killing it?
That's what I told him. I said the hens must be flying down around him or something because he just started sawing like 5 or 6 in a row.
Old man said he kind of went berserk.
God, what a turkey hunt. That was about ABC as it comes, isn't it? I said we were going to do introductions after daylight. Things got a little, well, perfect, I guess you can say.
That may be his last one.
But we're hunting with Mr. Neil Hayes, Mr. David Hawley, Mossy Oakfelders. And I guess I don't know if this is how they typically do business, but it happened too fast to give an introduction. So I told him this morning, I said, we'll do the pleasantries in the morning when we can see. I was like, well, that kind of got derailed. We still haven't.
Oh, we were just
Miss
looking at
Neal.
his last track. We were looking. He came up this road. It looks like late yesterday afternoon. You can see.
Yeah,
his
we
tracks.
followed his tracks all the way in here in the dark.
And then his tracks came right back down the
Came
road,
right
and they
back down.
stopped right there by that little spot of blood.
Yep. Whoops.
I told David this morning, I said, hunting with you and David, I said the only thing I would use a mouth call this morning is stop the turkey.
I still ain't touched mine. Mine's still in the call packet. Mr. Hawley handled that.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get to hear no flute, but you know what I mean?
You can hear flute at some point.
He helped
Yeah.
us a couple times.
No, I didn't.
No,
get
not
flute.
this morning.
I
Magic
thought
flute,
I
no.
heard you hit it.
No magic flute. No Jethro Tull.
Yeah, so like right when we first saw him, you could just see that little
A
top
white
on
sun.
his head just floating over the
There's some
over
woodies.
the grass we were looking over. And
I could hear that drumming.
yeah, he drummed once or twice right there, and then did he ever gobble once after we saw him?
Not after we
I
saw
blacked
him.
out. I
Right
remember
before we saw him, buddy, he give one out, and I was like,
He gobbled like right there.
that was good, boy. That was good.
I was like, there it is.
That was good.
That first gobble on the
was
ground.
good.
They gonna
We
like
didn't
that.
know if he was even on the ground or not.
Everybody tightened up. I said, yeah, that's good. If that don't crank your tractor, son, that sucker's dead in the field, you know what? Jeez, that's
Did you feel how bad I was shaking?
Oh, I heard. You
Shaking the whole
could hear.
tree.
You could hear the.
There's something about those road marches too they make. It's
Yeah.
like when you know they're coming up a road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're about to, well, when you're looking around a corner like this, you know they're about to break it. Like he gobbled what?
thought-
He had to gobble 10 yards before he broke. Because, I mean, when he gobbled last time, I thought, we got to be able to see that turkey soon. And then when you see that little white cap, you saw him before I did because I heard you whisper.
Yeah.
I said he must have seen him, and I saw that white head and through that grass.
Yeah.
And he stopped right there, and he put it back down, and I said,
See, I was in the back of my mind, I was thinking he was going to try to cut through it, like turkeys like to do.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, cut the
last
corner.
second, cut in here and go towards where David was calling.
I looked at it and I thought, man, that looks a little bit. Common sense would tell you he's gonna stay in the road, but they don't do common sense very well, you know.
You never know what they're doing.
You want to smoke these things?
Yeah.
Let's
I've
do
been
it.
waiting on you for 10 minutes.
All right. I get chatty sometimes when I'm around a dead turkey. I just get chatty.
You get excited. You get happy.
Get chatty.
What you're holding
Cat.
is you look like Joe Booth, the little Buddhist monk.
Chatty Cathy.
Mr. Hawley don't want to smoke a cigar with us. He said he'd give him up. Give him up by the time he did what? He'd give him up the same time he did hard liquor.
Yeah.
Hard liquor and cigar.
Hard liquor, hard time in the pen, in the clink.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Horse rustling, cattle rustling. It looks good though.
It's
It's
tasty.
good for 'em.
I tell you what, it's better than bacon and eggs. Me and Courtney have this conversation every time. She's like, how do I always end up downwind of this thing? How do I always end up downwind of this thing? Better than bacon and eggs. It's not better than bacon.
I've never smoked a cigar post turkey hunt. I figured I'd always wait for my first one would be Dave Owens.
It's a fine way to slow down.
It is.
We
I think sometimes we get in a hurry after a turkey and just
especially when other turkeys are gobbling. When other turkeys are gobbling, it's real easy to just hang one up and keep on moving. And I can't say that hadn't still done it a time or two when like you're wanting to take advantage of that magic hour. But buddy, I tell you what, try to slow down and
they'll be there for another day.
they'll be there. And they're in the current environment. It has gotten almost as satisfying knowing that they're still there for another day. You know what I mean? It didn't always be that way.
Yeah.
And to nobody's fault. I mean, that's just that's a turkey hunter, man. You get one taste, and you unfortunately want another taste. You know?
Yeah.
But
it's like a drug.
It's rough.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. It's like the distant gobbles. There's something haunting about that.
Yep.
Like, is that really a turkey? Is that a spirit? You know. Of course, I'm about half convinced turkeys aren't real until we actually
Until you put your eyes on them. Yep. We was discussing yesterday with Mr. Mayfield. I was like, man, I've had these weird thoughts and thought I was the weirdest person in the world. I was like, man, I need to keep this stuff to myself. People are gonna put me in a home, you know. They're gonna freaking put some chains on me. And then I hear him say some of the very same stuff. I'm like, if he's thinking it too, might not be as weird as I think I am, or we both could be strapped together in a home. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, I think that all the time about myself. But we're part of a cult, so we come by it naturally.
That is my first turkey ever. In January of 1969. Horn rim glasses. So we ran and there was a whole flock of turkeys in the field, and so we backed out without spooking them. You know, we just peeked in there and backed out, and about 200 yards from the food plot, and just sat down, and Daddy started calling, and you know, and it was like I think 7 jakes came walking right up to us, and you know, it was a big deal. But and honestly, back then there weren't nearly as many turkeys as we have today. We need to be grateful for what we do have. You know, as we evolve, I'd love for people to get more and more concerned with having them than just killing them, you know. And the killing is just a byproduct of having them and take care of them first and having kind of a life of abundance.
That was awesome.
There's a couple things that are unfair when it comes to turkey hunting. One of them is having J.R. Lanham and Josh Grossenbacher both yelping at the same turkey over your shoulder. Last spring, Missouri opener, I found myself on a crummy weather morning, but in some public woods in Missouri, listening to a turkey gobble. And J.R. looked at me and he said, I know exactly what limb that turkey is sitting on. He said, we got to hustle, but we're going to move down here. We're going to go down the spine of this ridge. And he said, there's a little knob on the end of this ridge. And he said, that turkey will come up out of that bottom. And he said, he'll die on the end of that knob of that ridge.
You guys heard these anymore?
Yeah. There's 2 of them at that point for sure.
Right there. Right there. I think he, right there. Yeah, let's go do it. strutting right here in the road. You got him. Ready, Doc? Yeah. Roll. Okay. Man, it is a Jake.
It's a dead one.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a big old 16-pound mountain turkey, looks like.
Yep.
He did what he needed to.
Yeah, he took all of it.
I think so.
What you think, Spence?
About the way you want to draw it up. Right up the road.
Yeah.
I mean, he's breathing fire too, buddy. They gobbled a bunch.
He wasn't
Like it
very
was-
far from right here at all. He
Yeah.
was just, I'm gonna say 150 yards.
Roosted from right here.
Roosted just on the end of that.
Man, roosted is roasted. Got him.
It's hard to imagine that anybody in the state of Missouri last spring killed a turkey legally earlier in the Missouri season than I did. I bet it wasn't 4 minutes after fly down and that turkey was dead.
So after Spencer killed his turkey, we're driving around checking some different spots, calling, and we get one gobbling way down in this bottom. So we slide out there, and it's probably one of my favorite parts of turkey season is getting to sit around in the woods with your buddies and actually work a turkey. And this turkey, he was across the creek down there, and you know, one of those situations where he might not come, but you could just tell the way he was answering all that calling. It was just a matter of time before he was gonna break. And it might have taken about 20 minutes before he finally made up his mind, but here he come.
He's just over. He's just over. Unless he's all the way across the river.
Was your foot asleep when you got up?
Oh yeah. That's the one you couldn't call it last year.
We sexed him up this morning.
Sure did. We wanted some of this Three's company.
Yeah.
Coming knocking on our door.
Coming knocking on our door.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think honestly when we shut up there, I think that's what broke him.
It done it.
And all that soft stuff.
They're gonna be fine if they see so far.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the deal. I was wanting to move, but what could we have done?
Nothing.
Man, sometimes no call is the best call.
Yeah.
Well, calling without calling, you know.
Yeah.
Scratching the leaves. Beautiful bird.
What a hunt.
We're having another first day like we
Another
did
first
last
day,
year.
we just like one having one like that.
What do you think, JR?
I mean, don't get no better than that right there.
He said,
I don't like it.
Oh, that was. It's just.
Well, it's cold. It's cold. It's so open. We don't have no cover. But
That gobbler and these
they want to play.
You can hear him. Man, they drum so loud here.
So that was pretty much a wrap for our first day of Missouri turkey season. And I thought, man, it was a heck of a day dealing with those conditions and getting to work the turkeys that we did. It was a great hunt.
Who all killed a turkey this week?
I did.
Who killed the biggest turkey?
Me.
Who ate the most M&Ms?
Me. No, I did. I ate the whole pack. No, Mr. Edward did. I ate the whole second pack.
So youth weekend of turkey season, it was almost a season that wasn't. You know, all year during duck season, we were praying for a high river level, and during the spring, a high river level can mean we can't turkey hunt, and the river level was almost at that point. So for the weeks leading up to the season, it looked like we might not have a youth turkey hunt, but the good Lord blessed us, and we were just below the legal river level to hunt. Rounded up the troops, and we had 4 kids in camp, and it couldn't have gone any better. The conditions Saturday were really tough. It was super windy, and Walker, who only had 1 morning to hunt, we put him in a good spot, and he was able to connect right out of the gate.
It was so windy, I'm surprised that we shot one.
We had some decoys spinning on the stake.
First of all, there was a gobbler that came out by itself, and I was trying to stick to it.
It was not gobbling.
No, and it just came out and it
Spooked.
went away. And then there was 6 gobblers, and they came to us, and my shooting stick was another way, and they were over here.
They were decoy shy, hanging out about 30 yards.
And then the third time there was 4 2-year-olds, and they came right where my shooting stick was at, and I shot one.
Lots of gobbling on the ground, none on the roost.
Not long after daylight, we heard shotgun go off and texting back and forth, and Pete and his boy Walker, they had come in and stayed with us. It was real cool to have Pete in camp, and all the Kaisers just help us out tremendously. So for them to be here and open a weekend of youth was real cool, and him and Walker come in here and got it done on the first morning. We came back and had a big breakfast. And we managed to talk everybody here into taking a nap, which was pretty cool. That's something that's never happened before. And we got up all refreshed and decided that we'd get back after them. And that airstrip plot, they just gonna be in there. So we decided that we'd ease down there and see if we couldn't make something happen. And sure enough, easing down the road, kind of doing the little ease and take a peek, and then ease and take a little peek. And so sure enough, there was one in the airstrip plot. It was a gobbler. Seemed to be by itself. There's a learning curve to hunting with young kids. The biggest one is trying to manage that attention span, which is about yay. So after about 20, 30 minutes, and you ain't got a bird to gobble, and they start to get antsy. So I got Knox in this ear, hey, what we doing? I got Eddie in this ear, hey, we need to move, So I decided I got to crawl out there and take a peek. So I crawl out there, sure enough, there's 2 gobblers out there, both of them strutting. Crawl back, stop a decoy up, crawl back, call nothing. About another 20 minutes goes by, and I'm looking. He turn around and look behind me, and Eddie, he's standing up. So I know he's ready to do something. He decides he's gonna go out there and take a peek. So I give him my binoculars, and he crawls out there, and he hit that statue pose, and I knew then it was fixing to be game on. Well, he come back. And for whatever reason, I guess he thinks I can read his lips through his face mask, but all I could see was that face mask jumbled up. I knew he was trying to tell me something, and it was his level of excitement had done gone from here to about yay. So here he comes crawling back like an armadillo, and gets back into position and hits the record about the time these turkeys come around that last corner. And fortunate they come up there. They got close enough. They kind of knew the deal, but one of them, he hooked back left just far enough to get past that tree, and we took it to him. Shoot's on. I gotta start doing some wind sprints or something. Hey boy, like that. We slipped back in here and bumped a few turkeys coming in. We come around that corner and there was one gobbler by himself in this green patch. And trying to get set up on him, it ended up being several longbeards. And two of them broke down here to see what we was about. And Knox dropped the hammer. Roll Tide. So this morning, Corbin and I went out. Laura, my wife, was the camera woman. Eddie kind of coached her up on what to do, and we went to the south end of the food plot. Mitt had heard some turkeys flap to roost yesterday evening, so we went down there, and it was a chorus of turkeys gobbling. We thought we were in prime position to get one right there off the limb, but they flew down and not a peep. I mean, there was no telling how many turkeys it was gobbling, but they hit the ground and shut up, and we ended up calling up some hens.
The turkeys that we heard going that way, I think they're going to the food plot. But these hens now, we can't really make a move. We're just gonna kind of have to wait.
And then made a move later towards the south end of the plot, and we're kind of thinking we'll just kind of set it out here, and eventually they're going to show up. And after 30-45 minutes of yelping, a yelp was answered with a gobble, and next thing you know, we had a turkey come running in, and Corbin made a heck of a shot on him.
Good shot, Corbin Claire Tinsley.
Hey, What do you think, Mom?
Good job, girl. You saw it first. You had to move your gun.
I could just see white, and he was just kept going in front of him. And I thought that maybe I could do it, but then I was scared too. So.
Good job, girl.
This smells like victory.
When Corbin goes, she's not big on Mama going because she thinks Mom messes it up. But I think just about every time Laura shows up, we kill a turkey. So I think she's more of a good luck charm than anything. But it was just real special to have all of us there and get to kind of enjoy it as a family. It was special. So went back to camp, regrouped. Nobody hunted the east end of the island this morning, but we knew there was turkeys over there. So we got a little breakfast in us and took a boat ride over there. And sure enough, we get out of the boat, and after a couple yelps, here they come. So we're doing a little midday excursion over to the east side. We heard some gobbling this morning over here. There's just a beautiful little food plot. They set up in it yesterday morning, didn't have any luck, but it seems kind of like midday. They've been kind of drifting through, so we're gonna ease in here and see what we can make happen.
Sam.
Yeah. And we had done a little bit of light calling with, they really weren't moving, and Mick couldn't see them. And he started doing a fighting purr, and I kind of followed suit with him. And we sounded like some turkeys having a party and some fighting. Next thing you know, it changed the temperature on those gobblers, and they came quick.
Mitchell said, which one do I shoot, Dad? I said, any one you want. he was going back and forth, and I said, stay on the one on the right and give him one when he races his head. That's good stuff. You did awesome, dude.
What a shot, man. What
You
a
did
shot.
awesome. We've been practicing that shot.
Youth turkey season on the island is one that'll go down the books. I think everybody here will, remember this weekend forever. 4 kids, 4 turkeys, a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, and just really tough to beat.
Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die.
It's our first morning in Iowa. It's cold this morning, wind's blowing about 18 miles an hour. We're sitting up right here on the edge of the field, done spooked a couple birds off, so hopefully we can get them back. Yeah, I heard it.
Slid in here and spooked him.
So this evening's going to be a little wet. It's been drizzly all day. So hopefully we can catch somebody out on the... Oh, hey, Paul. What's up? We're going to get wet, boys. I think I have the sniffles.
Kyle, do you know if we got any 20 gauge here? I didn't have it in my bag.
It's a heavy dew, ain't it? Mm-hmm. So, we had a really foggy morning. Looks like it's starting to burn off. We're over here on the logging road. We've got about, 3 to 5 birds just blowing their heads up. So, we're set up right here, a little clump of trees. Gonna get comfortable and wait on them to slide in. birds this morning. We had a couple birds come in, but they didn't like something, so they kind of worked away from us and back down the hill. So still pretty foggy, so we're going to slide down and try to get into a little better position. So we spent literally all morning sitting up there on top of the hill. We finally threw in the towel, decided to ride down here and check on something. Whammo. Goblin on the hill that we were just on. If it weren't for bad luck, we'd have no luck. Paul's looking for his call.
Here one again.
I didn't hear that. I was talking. Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Good. They would not get out and punch each other. They would not move. Oh, Lord.
Oh man, they wouldn't move. They stayed right there grouped up, man. Oh, that was fun. That was some work right there now.
You got the biggest one.
Yeah, this one I kept waiting on. He kept spinning around, and like you kept saying okay, okay. But the problem was every time he said okay, the red dot was like a half an inch off the other one's head, and I was just like, man,
really?
I was like, I can't pull the trigger on that. I'm gonna kill 2 birds. The weatherman promised a beautiful sunny morning, and he was wrong. We sat a couple ridges over, what, 3 hours I think, and the fog just wouldn't lift. I mean, it just would not lift. No turkeys gobbling. They gobbled first thing, but then they just shut up. So we were about to give up. We came over here and checked on a couple things and get out of the truck, and Kyle heard one gobble. So we eased back over here, and we had one right up by us, and we had 2 more down on the bottom. And somehow they all 3 met up, and they just worked right in, came right up to us. It's probably a 30-yard poke, but they wouldn't break from their group. They were all bunched up and couldn't shoot 3 at once, you know. Well, I could have. I don't know that I would have been in trouble. Anyway, so he gave me a shot. There he lays. It is 12:14. I shot him 3 minutes ago. His buddies are mad. Pretty sure he had 7-inch spurs and a 12-inch beard, so got to be a farm record.
He got 2 beards. Double beard. Oh, great. Shot a bunch of it off. Yeah. But look, it almost looked like it had a double beard. It does have a double beard, yeah. Look. See it? Mm-hmm. That's the beard by itself. See it, Kyle? Uh-huh. Kyle's had triple beard, didn't he? Hit him right in the head, look. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 beards.
It almost looked like it had another little one right there. Look at that.
Look at that.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
So we've hunted really hard the last 2 days. I only had 2 days. I've got to get back home tomorrow. So weather's been terrible. Yesterday, nothing worked good for us. This morning, the weather wouldn't break. Had fog down low. But anyways, we were giving up. We were going to come back this afternoon. We got out of the truck over on the other side and heard this. Well, we don't know if it was one of the 3 gobbling. And Kyle pointed it out, so we jumped back in the truck and came up here and set up. And Dave called 3 of them in 30 yards from us and finally gave me a shot. So we got it done.
All right, halfway through week 3. I'm hoping you sticking around. I got a story for you. Like I said, I always send out questions on social media. I want to hear what people's thinking. I want to know what's going on, trying to stay in the club, so to speak. And I sent out one the other day, what's the longest nap you ever took in the turkey woods? And I'm just going on record saying the best nap that you will ever take will be in the latter part of turkey season in the midday. It don't get no better than that. So anyway, think about what's the best nap you have. I'm going to tell you one that I had that it almost got me in big trouble. The year Will Primos and I, mostly me, shot The Truth, which has become a cult movie, The Truth About Turkey Hunting, the last day, and I'd been doing this for 40-something days with big, heavy camera gear. I was worn out, but I was getting paid to do that. That's what I had to do. So anyway, I remember I traveled up near Vicksburg, which was about 60 or 70 miles from my home, and I went with Jimmy Primos. And we hunted and hunted and hunted. And I told him when I got there, I said, look, tonight I got to be back home fairly early because it's the last day of turkey season. I had big plans, taking my wife out to dinner, taking the kids to mama's house. We're going to a movie. I'm fitting to get back in good graces. He said, okay. So we hunted till about, 11 o'clock. And I said, see ya. So I took off and I got in we had a Ford truck. Willie bought a Ford truck with a camper on the back. Put that big, giant, heavy camera in that padded box. It looked like a coffin. That's how big the camera was. Took off. And I didn't hardly make it past Vicksburg, maybe a mile. And I said, oh, man, that's dangerous. I'm going to catch me a few winks. It's about noon, somewhere around there. And anyway, I pulled over on the side of the road, kind of a quiet place, big turnaround right there. Cracked the window just a little bit. And anyway, I said, I'm gonna sit here just for a little bit so I can drive on home. And the next thing I hear is glass tapping, pap, 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 pap. And I immediately realized two things. Number one, it was pitch black dark. And number two, there were blue lights. So I was like, roll the window down, and there's a highway patrolman standing there with a big mag light shining in my face. And he said, "Are you Ronnie Strickland?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, your wife's kind of worried about it. You should probably stop and call her." I was supposed to be home like at 1 o'clock. I slept for 8 hours, 7 hours and a few minutes, never budged, never heard a thing. That, my friends, is being too tired. So never be scared to take a nap in the turkey woods. Back to the content.
That's right on that youth line in Mississippi.
Come on, Betty.
I was thinking that was a gift from God there for sure. Sat down, yelped. 2 minutes ago. What, 5 of them? 5 or 6 longer, just walked right up to you. That was your day.
Yep.
Sunday, and you went to church Sunday morning too, didn't you?
Yep.
Smart thing.
Couldn't have gone in the morning.
Okay, we'll get up here now. We're gonna be pretty close. In fact, you can see those open hardwoods right
Yep.
there. So once we get out, don't slam the door or anything.
Okay.
Don't ease up in there like old cottonmouth and slide up next to that tree. Okay? Ready? I got a good feeling. That's your good luck charm?
Yep.
You'll keep it in your pocket. That's a good luck charm.
Yep. This is what I killed that turkey with and right now.
Listen. I thought I heard something out of the car. Listen. Hey, Dan, get right up here. Stand right there and be still. Listen back that way. Up right there before we cut real loud and all them weeds are right up there. Because if one gobbles right over that ridge, we can just set up quick. He's got to be in here somewhere. Come on. It's wide open right there before we go around this curve. Okay, one time. It's over here. Listen up, see if you hear me again. Listen good. Which way do you think he was? Right that way? Yeah. He's so open right there, we can't top that ridge. All right, I'm gonna cut again. If he's closer, we're gonna have to hit the deck right here. Okay? Okay. But if he's still out there, we may go on further.
left of that tree. Big tree. Okay. Walking is right. Yeah.
Right, that little tree.
Okay.
Wait, Daniel. Daniel. You got it, you got it.
Good job. I mean, you clobbered him. Look at all those colors. Turquoise and green, I know.
Yep.
Every time we get one, it is. What'd you learn? What do you think out of all those hunts yesterday and today? What'd you learn?
Never give up.
You think so?
Yep.
I guess that's what the good ones do. They just don't ever give up, because I kind of given up. If I hadn't had you with me, I think I'd have been back at the camp eating an egg by now, but I wanted you to get one so bad.
Like I said yesterday, we may have lost the battle, but we're going to win the war.
I say we did.
We got him.
I say we did. What a great opening weekend, huh? Hey.
Hey.
That's about as much fun as it gets, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, well, we're gonna go. Go back to the truck and call Mama. Go back and get an egg. Show Papa and brother. And strut a little bit ourselves, all right? But one thing. I'm carrying a gun. Guess what you're carrying? Hey, you're old enough. You can take one out now. I'm tired of doing it. Careful. Someday you're gonna be able to take your boy and do that?
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to call him one up? You better start practicing.
We started Drury Outdoors the same year we met Toxie Hayes, which was 1989. Since that time, over the past 35 years, it's the only pattern we've worn, and it's gotten us closer to game time and time again. And I think my favorite pattern, no secret, my favorite thing to hunt are wild turkeys, so my favorite pattern coincides with that. It's Mossy Oak Obsession. First of all, I love the name. It's built for hunters like yourself or myself or Terry that are obsessed about the outdoors and getting closer to game. And wild turkeys are the ultimate inspection committee as far as I'm concerned. And there's something about obsession until you see it in the woods, until you feel it working with a turkey coming into 20, 30 yards with no clue that you're there. That's when you really know that you're sold. And I think camouflage is about more than just blending in. You know, I look at different people that wear different patterns, and some stick out and some blend in. I always want that one that blends in, and it really comes to fruition when you blend in and create a moment and have that feeling with your buddies or with someone else that you're sharing the turkey woods with or the deer woods. It's all about concealment and making more of those moments so that you have those for a lifetime. For me, there's going to be one pattern that I wear my whole life. I'll probably be buried in it, and that's Mossy Oak. And I love Mossy Oak's Obsession in the spring. Again, the name and the look and the feel, and it's more than just concealment. It's about the emotions that go with it.
Well, our little trip to Florida is officially an adventure as of right now. Rolling down the road in my Ram, which has 270,000 miles on it, heard a roar, so we pulled over. The electric fans that kicked on was keeping it cool, but the radiator split right there in a little corner, and I might could have made it down there to where we're going. But anyway, I told Richard, I said, get me a address for the closest Ram Dodge dealership, and we're at Sun Automotive Group in Montgomery. And let me tell you something, I pulled in here knowing I didn't have an appointment. You know how that goes. They pulled me around back, had a guy come look at it, and he said, cuz, they knew who I was. He said, I think we can get it fixed today. So we're in the lounge, but I've never seen anybody react that fast. And anyway, I just had to tell somebody. Why are we killing time? What's going on, Frank?
Truck broke.
What happened to it?
that thing got a crack in it. What's it called?
Radiator.
Radiator, yeah.
We've been here an hour and 5 minutes and just saw them pull out to test drive it.
That's wild. Had to take all the stuff out. Whole radiator, all the fans, all the plastic coverings on it.
Right.
And it's there.
I am blown away. I see y'all found the snack.
Down the snack machine.
I'll stop talking and settle up. So.
We certainly do appreciate y'all.
All right,
Thank y'all for
enjoy your
y'all's
vacation.
business.
Let me worry about the truck, okay?
So what do you think about all the cars you saw in here today?
Pretty cool.
What was your favorite one?
Yeah, the car they went and looked at was that black
There was
on
a
black
bunch
Grand
of 'em.
Cherokee. I am in shock. An hour and 45 minutes, busted radiator. And the only reason I came here was to all right, we can leave it here. The Enterprise place is across the street. We can get a vehicle, transfer and go. And buddy, hour and 45 minutes, they fixed it and it needed to be fixed. And I know that's what they do, but they didn't have to jump through them kind of hoops. So, hey, you think people don't like to work, you just ain't been to the right spots, because they took it seriously and helped us with our little dilemma. Thank you, son. All right. On the road. Back on the road.
Well, we made it. I don't know if you can see me or not, but we rolled into camp about 11:30 after our little ordeal with my Ram truck yesterday, which I can't complain. It's got almost 300,000 miles, but anyway, we're back in North Florida with Jake Marcus and Steve Miller. This is where Cranky got scoped last year. It's where Matt killed that giant turkey with no spurs. You remember that? Yes, sir. It's really, really foggy, bad foggy and humid. And it's like 7:10 this time. And we just fired our first crow. Hadn't heard any gobbles yet. I told Matt, when it's like this, you just gotta wait them out. They don't like the fog. But anyway, we're hunting. That's the main thing. Truck did great after they put a new radiator in it. So, well, I got one big camera, one little camera. Hopefully we're gonna make a movie. Cranky's with his daddy and Jake Marcus. I'm not sure where they're at, but we're all on a text thread. We'll keep you posted. Update. Matt heard one gobble when I owl-hooted, and he said he heard something fly down way to our left. Not a peep, not a peep. I yelped a little bit, and we just had a hen land 10 feet from us and saw me, and took off running. That ain't good. Still real foggy.
you get him?
Yeah, I got him. He's down.
Go get him. This is your lucky spot.
I mean,
it was 3 of them, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. I mean, came like that.
Good, good thing I called.
I mean, it was perfect timing because I guess they were just right back there, and we were looking back that way the whole time because I saw one fly down back there. But we had no clue that there were any behind us, like, until 15 seconds before this one was on the ground. I mean, that's wild.
That's awesome. All right, tell me tell me how it all went down. Tell me what happened.
Start from the beginning of the hunt?
No, just how we killed this one. Just give me a recap.
All right. So we got here and it was dark for a long time because it's a real foggy day. You can probably tell by the footage, but we heard one gobble up in the trees, you know, it was still in the roost, and then it flew down way over to our left. So we were kind of dead set on looking to that left side because we had seen one fly down and I heard one fly down on that side. And then we saw a hen come down on us, of course, you know, like right where we're standing, and then fly back off about 10 foot from the blind. But we had no clue that there were any turkeys back here to our right. I mean, we were pinned looking over that way to our left, and then just out of nowhere, Pop decided to, you know, yelp on his mouth call a little bit, and they gobbled, and it was close, like really close.
Directly behind
us. 15 seconds later, they were standing right there, like just not even, like there's the blind, there's them right there. And they walk out, and they didn't stop walking. So I couldn't get a shot because they were strutting, so I couldn't see anything but, you know, their tail feathers. And they walked right to the right of those trees, kind of in the way of all the brush and whatnot, and I couldn't see them. I was like, dadgummit, because they were so close. And then they walked back out, and the one in the middle wasn't strutting, had the longest beard. It was a perfect shot. Stopped, head all the way up, and I took the shot, and obviously it paid off, you know.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congrats, buddy. Where'd you go? Love it, man. So tell me what happened. What a beautiful bird.
We got here, and it was dark for forever because of the fog, you know. And I heard one fly down that way, and then I watched one fly down that way.
So were they in this Piper's Head right here?
They were right
okay.
in there, and then they flew down.
Not
left.
these.
Right, but the ones initially, okay.
And then a hen came down and flew right there, just right in front of us, saw us, because we didn't have our masks up or anything. Just out of nowhere, flew right down in front of us.
Is that the same one that bumped on your hat yesterday?
No, this is a different spot.
Okay.
But good grief. I didn't know they were going to land right in front of y'all.
And then she flew back off down there, and it was silent. I mean, we couldn't make one gobble. We sat there and called for like 10 minutes after that, trying to get them to keep going, but we ended up just sitting there for a little bit, didn't hear anything, and out of the blue, Pop just decided to yelp on his tube call, and they gobbled back there, and then they, yes sir, right back there, and then they, like 15 seconds later, they were beside us.
So did they walk out here?
Walked out here, walked down there, and then came back. Like, I thought I had missed the opportunity because they kind of went around that bend.
Well, that would have worried me a little bit, them coming so close. And I was thinking about, when I told y'all to sit there, I was worried about maybe some coming being too close. I didn't know they were going to land in your lap, but unreal, buddy. That's awesome. I was so happy to get that picture. Man, what a nice bird,
That's
too.
a good-looking
needle sharp bird.
sir.
Look at the wings on that turkey. Tell me that doesn't look like an Osceola strain. Look at that. There's
Yes,
no
sir.
bars on it.
Dark.
Isn't
Crank?
that something?
What's up?
What do you think about that?
That's beautiful.
You remember
Just
when
don't come easy to me.
it don't come easy? You remember when you said your brother could kill one in the parking lot at Walmart? I've had 5 comments on Facebook saying, "Man, that didn't look like the parking lot at Walmart." And his mama,
You know what?
His mama said, "Y'all need to take that turkey to the Walmart parking lot and have him hold it up." So
You know what we decided? We decided we would wait till it dried up. We didn't want a wet, slimy turkey, did we?
you gonna go back with us, Crank? All right, your daddy's got to get on a Zoom call.
Yeah, we're gonna get down the road. Let's get this loaded up so we can
Yes,
get
sir.
Now you got some downtime, big boy.
Yes, sir.
Steve, they sent the A-team out today, partner.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Going to the owner's secret spot.
The double super secret spot. With Cranky didn't kill a turkey this morning, so we brought in the man. We got Mr. Gilmore, as Richard Pryor would say. So we're gonna try an afternoon hunt. If it don't work, we're gonna try another morning hunt. Correct?
Been saving the spot for Cranky, so it's on.
Now, when he gets back in here, I want you to aim.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to put your head net on too.
Yes, his head net is pretty much see-through, but it's so... It lets the air flow through, so it's a lot nicer than them other ones.
Like you said, you've been busted too many times.
Busted one too many times.
That wasn't great.
So I'm about to kind of tell y'all what happened. So I killed my turkey this morning, so I'm taking my daddy, on his hunt right now, so he can kill a turkey, and I'm calling and kind of, I'm just, tagging along. Anyways, nothing's happened. Like, we heard a one gobble way to our right, but I mean, it was weird. I don't know. But we just been sitting here and we'll call like every 15 minutes. Just trying to get something to happen. But
Sum up the hunt. Tell me what happened.
So, we were sitting there. We sat there for about, how long? Like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Like, right at the end, we were like, yeah, let's give it about an hour. All the turkeys started coming out. And finally, 2 gobblers walked out, but they were, on the tree line beside us, but on the way far right, but not far. They were, 50 yards from us.
Further than that.
Closer, further.
Further.
Yeah, further. But one of them ran off into the woods behind us, and then the second one was wrapping around to the 2 trees where the hens were, and he was wrapping around behind them, went into the woods, and we thought he was going to come out right in front of us. He just kept going back into the woods.
They're all devils.
They are.
we're just gonna keep waiting. It's like 5:50, I think, 5:40, 5:50. So we're just gonna keep on hanging out here.
Which one? Back one. Just shoot one. Pick one. Take your time, buddy. Hurry up, Brian. Close.
I got two. That hand's still there.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Good job, buddy.
I didn't mean to get two. That's my bad.
That's all right. That's all right, buddy. Those are big old Florida Osceola gobblers. I think your heart was beating out of your chest.
How's that for real?
Good job, buddy. Go get your bird. Good job.
Cranky, what'd you do?
Good job, Crank.
I accidentally shot two of them. Holy cow.
That's all right, buddy.
Oh my goodness. I didn't want to shoot two.
All right, Crank, what do you think about that, buddy?
That's crazy. I didn't want to shoot two, but like every time one would get away from the group would come back to it.
They were leaving too.
Yeah, and so I was going to go for that front one that was away from them, but those two back ones came up by the time I pulled the trigger and I got
Hey, buddy. That's awesome.
Look how big that turkey is. That's an old Florida Osceola gobbler.
Cranky, what have you done?
What do you think, buddy? Get your bird.
Look at the beard, Cranky. Pull that
got
beard out.
It's got a big old head on it too.
Look how long that beard is, buddy.
That's an old bird. Does he have any spurs?
Yeah, he's got big ones.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Cow, Cranky.
Pick him up. How big do you think he is?
You know what I can't believe is how well you hit us in the pitch black.
And don't forget we got that second turkey
All right,
too.
let's go look at it.
Dang, that's like,
Hey, the turkey is still down.
that's two things I've never done before
They
is,
didn't say a word this morning, did they?
that's two things I've never done before is have a hen get like 3 foot from us. I could have,
Look at this. A no spur turkey.
Matt, you killed one with Matt last year.
Wow.
Remember that?
That's a rare thing when they have no spurs.
holy cow.
Pull that beard out. Good grief, Cranky, what have you done? Huh?
Good job, my friend.
That is crazy.
Hey, good call on the deeks.
Yeah, I think they went
Because
right.
you're not a big decoy guy, and I'm not either. But for you, and you thought and thought and thought, and you said, "I think this is a spot." So
Yeah, those dominant birds.
yeah,
They didn't like an intruder in their area. 5 gobblers, they weren't having it with that little. They jumped. Looks like they jumped on the decoy.
yeah, I got it all. I think so.
All right.
Couldn't happen in a better spot for me.
Good job, buddy.
Crank, give me a high five.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Proud of you. That's a pretty good job for an 11-year-old to be still like that with 5 gobblers walking in on you.
Yesterday, I had such bad adrenaline when they were walking around, and I just couldn't stop moving. But I just held my breath because when that hen got there, if you wouldn't have held your breath and she would have saw you breathing, she'd have.
I thought your heart was going to jump out of your chest when those 3
breathing-
gobblers.
I was breathing so hard.
You
I
were
was
breathing
out of
like
breath.
you're about to have a asthma attack.
Yeah, you'd have thought I sprinted half a mile.
That's awesome. All
Well,
right.
I'm happy for you, buddy. Good job.
That's
awesome.
That is awesome.
Way to go, buddy.
We didn't actually mean to do 2 at once, but it was.
That's
deadly.
You know what I told Ricky on the way over here? I said, get those 9 goblin jokers out of the gene.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome.
buddy.
Way
You
to
have a
go,
good
Kyle.
hunt?
You know your brother's the one he shot last year in those birds.
They're
How-
one
how
in
we
a
didn't kill a
thousand.
turkey this morning is beyond me. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
We did not
They
hear
were-
one gobble. So we had one hen came. How far was it, Crank? That turkey was from me to Cranky away.
They went. The two in front of us flew down. And they walked across the tall grass. The one was roosted at the cattle gap, the big one. And then there were two. I don't know. We were here 5, Matt. 5 in there. Okay. Separate. Plenty of time. There you go. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Just wait. It's fine. It's alright. Just take your time. There's no worries. Take your time, Ricky. Don't move. Hey, dude, how we pulled that off? Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
That was awesome. Hey, dude, thank goodness we had that brush.
Yeah, I was.
If we wouldn't have cut that brush, there's no way they walked by.
I mean, this is why you did the extra effort to put the brush out.
It's a good thing somebody had clippers.
Yeah, I know. Good thing we had decoys.
All right. Are you gonna do it, Steve? There were 4 total gobblers. Just 3 I don't know why the other one went the other way. It was the weirdest thing. That's a nice beard on it, Ricky.
Well, we ended our little trip right where we started it 2 or 3 days ago. And that's a good way to end it. I didn't shoot a bunch this morning. We got up and left. But bottom line is that was an epic adventure with some great people and some great dirt. And I couldn't be more thrilled. These boys are blessed. We're all blessed. But anyway, hard to beat ending it with one of them, but we're about to do the deed.
I said earlier, the first morning, you said, Cranky, I don't think that hat's it. It is it, so.
You got your 2 breast feathers on there now.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna officially accuse that your lucky hat.
Yep,
No
I
doubt
think
about
so.
it.
So I'm Toxie Hayes with Mossy Oak, and I'm fixing to show you how to cook my fried turkey breast recipe. So my dad says, you know, you got to be good at something in life, and so I've become the go-to for something I'm proud of, and that is cooking fried turkey breast. So before we get into cooking anything, and I learned this from my long-lost, best deceased friend, Bob Dixon, who was a master at cooking wildlife, is you don't want to waste anything, but a certain amount of trimming is going to make a big difference. So you see here, you see this lining tissue. It will make a big difference to take your time with a really sharp knife, be careful, and trim to where you've got actual meat. But like where a pellet's been in, it might be a little bit freezer burn because it let air in there, or it may be a little bit bloody. Do the best you can to get that little piece out without wasting any meat. One of the biggest single things is this big, fat, wide tendon right here. And there's no real easy way to do it. You gotta get started and use your edge of your knife and just peel and peel and peel until you can start to pull it. The best part of all, the tenderloin, and take your time. So I'm peeling this ligament out. Tenderloin, it's so good. I mean, you could just cut it up and it would be okay, but to really make it two things: more tender, where there's not a bunch of gristle, and expose more meat to the batter and the cooking process. There's a tendon here in the tenderloin, and it's real easy to peel off. And then you're rid of that. And then that tenderloin. And there's different, I've had people cut little bitty chunks. I've had people cut great big chunks. I'm kind of in between. I kind of feel like if they're too big, you don't get the flavor that you really like out of it. And if they're too small, there's too much spice to meat. Take your time, cut it in, I'm saying about, an inch or so, sometimes smaller pieces. Because what we're gonna do next is one of my favorite things that really makes a big difference to me is soak it in buttermilk. Get a little pile of nuggets built up like this. Go ahead, and I guess this is called a marinade. I can't actually speak to what this does. I know it tenderizes it and greatly enhances the flavor. Small advice, you don't want to lose too much weight, but when you see a little feather pinhole down in there, you might look for your shot, because a piece of TSS these days will wreak havoc on, an old guy like me's dentures. I think the buttermilk's a real important step myself. Be sure to blend it all in, make sure it's all getting surface contact with all the meat. And there we go. The next thing really is really important too is a batter. I've always been told that self-rising flour is crispier. I've used not self-rising flour or mixed when I about ran out, and they didn't seem to be as crispy. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, use self-rising flour if you like them really crispy. The other part is the seasoning, and quite honestly, that's where I apologize. So I'm a total scratch cook. I don't even know what I'm gonna do ahead of time, other than for sure, salt and pepper. I'll just take a shot at it from here. Actually, I'm not a huge garlic fan, but a little bit actually I think does add to it. Trim and cut like I talked about, and soak in the buttermilk for sure. You could even experiment with a couple of different batters, and even within that batch, and to see what come up with your own formula. But for sure, salt and pepper, and actually, if anything, a little heavy on the black pepper for me personally. Make sure I don't get too much garlic. And then let's go lemon pepper. It takes a pretty good bit in this much batter. It's probably 4 pounds of flour. if you are patient enough to. I love the fresh ground black pepper, but it takes a while. So what I would say, maybe some of these big chunks that are so good and they stick to the side, and then kind of finish it off with the pre-ground. And I'm a big fan of the pink Himalayan sea salt. It's actually saltier than I think it seems to be to me, so you don't have to use quite as much. One thing I would advise is getting your little spoon and testing it as you go, because a lot of times when I've got a big crowd, I'll test it and it's already too salty. And that's the big thing. You could be a little heavy on the other spices and it's gonna really be good. And there's a bunch of seasonings similar to this that are really good. This is just one I know works really good. So now it's cook time. We have already put our oil in here, and quite honestly, I'm not the guy to demonstrate stuff, but I'll tell you, they have made it easy for even a bubba like me. So, and then what's beautiful about this is this temperature gauge. If you get your little needle in that green, it's magic for frying turkey breast, and I'm assuming fish too. Now, there you go. Kind of the old-fashioned way, but one at a time. All right, this temperature is right at the top edge, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a bunch in at one time and don't splash them. Yeah, it's gonna be good. That's just me. I would try to get everything in as quick as you can, all at the same time. One, that'll drop the temperature down a little bit, and two, they're all cooked about the same length of time, instead of some of them 30, 40 seconds more than others. We're not gonna have to wait long for the first bunch. But I would say that's about perfect for me. They're all kind of different art forms. That's one for me right there. Those are beautiful. And rinse and repeat. But one of our favorite meals as an outdoor family is wild turkey breast. It is the top of the food chain, literally, for us. And this is kind of the way I do it. You know, I wing it. It's kind of by scratch. I think you can develop your own. But I'm not saying this for any other reason. It's true. Get a Bayou Classic cooker for anything you do outside frying. So, hey, this is Toxie Hayes signing off from cooking fried turkey breast. Like a lot of things, I shoot from the hip, and that's kind of the way I cook too, but it's one of my favorites.
Mossy Oak started in West Point, Mississippi, just 25 years ago.
This is home. It's like Mayberry. Everybody knows everybody.
Oh, it's Mayberry, all right. Nobody gets in a hurry around here unless it's hunting season.
I've been cutting them boys' hair for 25 years, and I'm still cutting.
We gotta charge old cuz double because his head's so big.
Those guys at Mossy Oak, they know how to tear up a truck.
It always gets worse during hunting season.
Man, the turkeys are gobbling. You got to
The more
shell.
things change, the more they stay the same. Got you covered, Barney. Let's go.
Well, on this episode of Dead End Game Calls TV, we're headed down to Callahan, Florida, where I'm speaking at a sportsman's banquet at Liberty Baptist Church. The great thing is, it's turkey season, so we might as well take advantage of while we're there in Florida. Not only Florida, but we're right on the Georgia line. So we're going to join up with pastor friend Adam Pierce and his friend Stephen, and we're going to try to get it done in Florida and in Georgia. Well, it's April the 1st, just left the motel, and I'm rolling in from Georgia into Florida. So I'm hunting with Pastor Adam Pierce of Liberty Baptist Church in Callahan, Florida. And we've got a spot that's about 400 acres that actually Adam's never hunted before, and the gentleman that he knows gave us permission to get in here on this property. So it's going to be a daylight sort of listening for turkeys to gobble and going and set up and seeing what we can make happen. We're excited about the morning's hunt. Tomorrow morning, good Lord willing, we'll be going from Florida back into Georgia to hunt. So nevertheless, typical Mitchell fashion, I'm running a little bit late, but it's all good. We'll still be there in plenty of time for the roost and the fly down, and see if we can't make some things happen on some of these old Florida eastern wild turkeys.
I think I'm hearing a bird somewhere back in here. I'm not sure. Ooh, that's a lot closer. He's coming. Yeah, be ready. I'd say that joker's coming. I see him. He's strutting in the road. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Two of them. Here they come. Here they come. There's three of them. They're running. Strutting. Here they come, big beards. Just let them come on. Just hold still. Hold still. They're coming right to the decoy. Ready? Oh, I don't know how I missed that joker, but I did.
Hey, old Adam punched him one, boy. I don't know how I missed mine, but I did. What you thinking, brother man?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh. Ooh, I'm talking about toad, boy.
Yes, sir. They did it right too.
Whew. Oh.
Yeah, they come in there running.
What a hunt. I mean, what a hunt. I'm stoked. Look at this guy right here. Look at him. Look. He's back there enjoying the whole show too. Huh? What are you talking about? Look at this. Look, look. Big old turkey dead right there. South Georgia bird. Son, what you talking about? Old double beard boy with a set of hooks on it. Adam?
Yes, sir.
It's been a weekend, brother.
Yes, sir, it has.
It's been absolutely awesome. So how many times did Darren text you this morning?
About 999 times. My phone was just buzzing like crazy.
Oh my word!
If Tucker if he could have his phone in school, he'd be texting me about 1,000
I
times
guarantee
too.
you,
Well, Darren,
Right now, he's not studying a thing.
Darren doesn't go until 9, so.
Boys, it's been an awesome hunt. We came in here day before yesterday and worked some birds. We set up around the corner over here, and just couldn't do anything with them. There's a hen come in, started yelping, and I couldn't break them from their hen.
Yes, sir.
Well, this morning, guess what they done? They broke.
Yes, sir.
These birds come from a long ways away. I mean, over halfway to the truck.
Yeah.
I mean, they were.
Yeah, I'd say 400 or 500.
Yeah, I mean, a good piece. And I seen them coming down the road, and I was like, "Get ready, here they come, here they come." There's 3 of them. I
never saw the third one.
Well, I couldn't tell if that third one might not have been a hen.
Okay.
Maybe so.
But because it was a much smaller bird. I mean, a much smaller bird. But the 2 gobblers come in. This one attacked the decoys. It spooked the second one. When it jumped on the Dave Smiths, we ran over. It ran over, and so I thought, well, it's now or never. But this one's still occupied on the decoys.
Yeah.
So I tried to sneak my gun up. You tried to get your gun up. Yours didn't fire, and I completely missed. To be honest with you, I think that's the first bird that this gun has ever missed.
Really?
Of all the years I've had this gun, I think it's the first one. Of course, me being the one to do that, right? But man, what a blessing. I mean, God's been good to us all weekend long.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Had a great sportsman's banquet yesterday, and sportsman's Sunday at Liberty Baptist Church.
Yes, sir.
And God showed up, and someone gave their heart to the Lord. We're thankful for that.
Yes, sir.
Somebody I know won a 410 shotgun. Huh? Why was that so fitting for you to win that?
Well, it is a Steven Savage, so fitting my name is Steven.
Man, it's been awesome. God is good. He certainly blessed us. It was well worth the extra tag.
Yes, sir.
We got a turkey on the ground, boys. We got an awesome video, and we got to share a little bit of the Creator through His creation.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
What a blessing. It's been an incredible weekend. That absolutely topped it off. I'm gonna tell you something. I needed this. Like I thought I'd forgotten how to call a turkey again. Like I've been getting my butt tore up. I mean, whoop, man. I mean,
They've been hard down here in Georgia.
Yeah, but worked out this morning. When it all comes together, it's certainly worth the while. What an awesome hunt. Old double-bearded bird. I mean, just triple-bearded bird. That's
Split.
a triple beard.
Split?
No, sir. It ain't split.
Oh,
That's
that
3
is
different
3.
beards.
That is 3.
That is 3 different beards right there.
Sure.
That is a triple bearded bird.
Sure is.
With a set of daggers. I'm talking about a set of hooks. My word. That's the man.
You know what that 3 represents, right? Our Creator.
Amen. It does too. That couldn't be any more fitting.
Yes, sir.
Mm-mm.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. I love it. All right. We still got tags burning in that pocket.
Absolutely.
He can tote this thing back to the truck.
No doubt. No doubt.
I love you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
It's been
Love
my
you, too.
honor, my pleasure, boy.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Brother, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Good job, dog.
Yes, sir.
Triple
Yes,
beard.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we made a run up the road, left the Georgia property. Stephen made a phone call and called in a buddy of his and asked him if we could go hunt some Florida birds. So we've put our third shooter back into play right here.
Yes, sir.
He done tagged out in Georgia for today, anyways. But now he's back and rolling, so we're packed up. Got the camera gear ready. Decoys getting ready to roll out here. Grabbing a shotgun. See if we can't make it happen. Got us a little quick bite to eat. Now we're coming right back in for an afternoon hunt. We don't have long going hunt. We're gonna go scout a new piece of property. We're gonna hunt in the morning. But we've got about 45 minutes to an hour that we can set out. It should be good. These birds have been coming out in the afternoons in these fields, so hopefully at least one more will show up for us. That bird gobbled, but he's a long ways away. That's a different bird. Yeah. I bet you that dude's coming. Can you stand up and check this one right here, see if it's still there? Check it with these binoculars. Oh, he's there. Get your gun up, get your gun up, get your gun up. Get your gun up. He's right here. I got him, I see him. Here he comes. Yeah, don't move. Back you up, brother. Dude, you are shaking like crazy, boy. My back is about to give out. I mean, literally, he was up doing this, going, like his gun was shaking that hard. I was like, kill him, kill him, kill him. I got you back up, though. God has been good to us. He is just plumb showing out to what he's doing. Oh, dude. Come right up through that field right there. Just pretty as you can please. She strutted right up through here, herding gobbling. Come up, gobbled right down the camera's lens. When I tell you, I don't even know how to describe it. I think he drank my McDonald's sweet tea and was going into the seizure. That's what it was. I'm talking about, dude, you was like this with that gun, like.
I was trying to hold my knee up, the gut up, my elbow, my back.
That bird hadn't gobbled at us. Not one time.
There's still a bird, a hot bird.
That way somewhere.
Yeah. He's back around by those old bee boxes.
Yeah. I know where there's a hot bird. He laid right there in the sun. I'll tell you what, buddy. Boys, we've had a day of it.
Absolutely.
Adam with the triple beard this morning. I finally was able to hit a bird this morning, or this middle after lunch. Maybe I just need something to eat.
She wanted sweet tea.
That's probably what it was. That sweet tea had me on point. That's exactly what it was. Man, I can't thank y'all enough. It's been a trip for the ages. We ain't done. We still got all evening. If we can get Stephen to hold still. I have never seen a man so tore up over a turkey.
I may need a straitjacket.
But he was shaking like crazy. I mean, like crazy. But God's been good to us. It's been an awesome, awesome, awesome trip. I can't thank y'all enough. Liberty Baptist Church for having us down to speak at your sportsman event with Adam. I really appreciate that, buddy.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you.
God put you in front of the right people at the right time, and it's all in His timing. And that's exactly what's happened here. We're having a blast. I don't want to go home. Well, maybe I should go home. My wife is there and my kids. Reckon I could call them and get them to come down here?
Absolutely. We got PlayStation today.
It's been an awesome morning. God's blessed, and we're thankful. You know, I watched Stephen sit there, and I've never seen a man get so tore up about a turkey. I'm talking about his gun was shaking so bad in that video. It was absolutely crazy. It was so crazy that he didn't even hit the turkey when he actually shot at it. And, well, I guess it worked out good for me because I was able to follow him up with a follow-up shot. But you know, I got to thinking about that shaking and trembling and began to think about Scripture in the book of Revelation, chapter number 1, verse 18, where it tells us that Jesus Christ Himself has the keys to death and to hell. Do you realize that that means that Jesus Himself went to hell and got the keys from the devil himself? That puts me and you, if you're a child of God, on the winning side. I'm thankful today that no matter what life throws at me, no matter what life throws at you, whatever comes against you, your troubles, your trials, and your tribulations, I'm thankful that we, as a child of God, are on the winning side.
Mossy Oak Turkey Season 2024, Week 3 in the books. What do you think? I'm loving it. Hey, if you got some great video, send it in to us. At least post it on social media so everybody can see how much fun it is. There's nothing more special than spring turkey hunting. The woods are waking up, the world's waking up. You get it. Hey, if you feel like you're bold, share it with somebody. You hear all the time, we don't have enough turkey hunters. Well, we need all we can get. Because any animal that's legal to hunt will never be on the endangered species list. Remember that. Hey, we'll see you next Wednesday right here, Mossy Oak Turkey Season 2024.